Okay, so we're looking at today is explaining meanings of words in context, pages 13 to 19. So our first question says, just on here, just trying to get some good light. There we go. Passing carriages flung muddy snow up into into his face and eyes, and the swaying horses slithered and skidded as they were whipped on by their drivers. So what does this sentence tell you about the setting of the story? And use evidence from the text to support your answer. So think about the setting. Passing carriages flung muddy snow up into his face and eyes, and the swaying horses slithered and skidded as they were whipped on by the drivers. So thinking about the setting is, what time of year is it? What are the conditions outside? So what's happening outside with the carriages? So think about how you could answer that. So you say this sentence tells us that the setting must be something, because in the sentence it tells you it is what. Also, what else? So see if you include at least two things about the setting based on that sentence. Okay, number 2. In the paragraph beginning, Jim Jarvis hopped. Which word is similar meaning to avoided? So think about what that means, to avoid something or to avoid somebody. It's like to get out of the way, isn't it? So, page 15. And there we go. Jim Jarvis hopped about on the edge of the road. So in this paragraph here, think about is another word for avoided. And it's maybe sort of at the top half of this paragraph. Okay, the quality of the phone is a bit better now because I've actually just taken the cover off, and that is a lot better, I think, because it was looking a wee bit blurry. Okay, next one. Number 3. So what evidence on page 15 suggests that boys and dogs were starving? So let's go to page 15. And what you want to do is you want to scan through looking for boys and girls. Not boys and girls, sorry. Boys and dogs. And then when you find that, read around it. And we're looking for evidence that they were starving. It might not say the word starving. It might be something else. It might not be an exact word as such. It might be a noise that was going on that we make when we're hungry. Okay, number 4. He could hear how his mother's breath rattled in her throat. So think about, what does that mean, rattled in her throat? So it'd be quite sort of uneven breathing, wouldn't it? Making sort of like a rasping noise. Doesn't sound too healthy, does it? So the writer uses rattle to describe the mother's breathing. What does this suggest about his mother? So find it in the text. Where does it say that? Read around it and see what other evidence you can get. So you could start it off by saying, rattled tells us that his mother something. So quote from the text, and remember to use quotation marks. And then we're just using some synonyms. So synonyms, similar words with a similar meaning. Well, words with a similar meaning. So we've got gurgling. So it says synonyms, so plural. So could you put maybe 2 words in, 3 words? So another word for gurgling. Another word for prized. Like to prise open something. Clutched and taut. So probably the best thing is to find those words in the text. And I remember they used the word taut to describe Was it one of Jim's sisters? Where they were lying at night? So it's good to find that word in context of that sentence. Okay, so looking forward to seeing your answers, guys.